Everybody, it's Jess, your go-to YouTube dance commentator, and we are here taking a look at IDL, the 2026 Sydney series, over at Horton Pavilion. I got my IDL gear on. Special shout out to IDL for getting your girls some merch. Really fun to have something to wear for these. We're going to take a look. The live stream is still going on, so hopefully this will be smooth sailing on our end. Lots to love, lots to take in. I think this is going to be a very interesting, pivotal series out of them all because we're right in the middle of the season. Everyone's getting comfortable, you know, kind of understanding how things are working. So I think this is going to be a really, really fun one in the book. So I'm ready. I hope you guys are. Let's get started. Okay.
JRC is full of surprises. We have endless possibilities.
True.
So our differences isn't our weakness, but our strength. We are bringing Southeast Asia to the world.
Very nice. Cool stuff. Love the energy of our captain. I think that's such a good tone setter for the match. It always is. Okay, things are looking like they're running smoothly this far. Really cool to see. Cool, hey. Okay, looks like the feet's a little shaky on that cam. But we're making smart choices on the production side on when to switch our camera over. For sure. Alright. Cool. And promo for GRV.
Points. It's not where we want to be, obviously. It's not where we thought we would be, but this is only the second out of 6 events.
Yeah.
Into Brotherhood was also an experience. We have a lot of figuring out to do still, so I'm excited to go against Jam. I feel like everyone's a pro, so we can't take anyone lightly. We got 2 of our young rising stars, River Novin and Jaden Bowe. They are beasts, so watch out.
Okay, I'm wondering what the kind of dissery is going to take place. I mean, we've already had that conversation about whether or not creativity is going to be affected based on outside IDL disses and digs. Here we go. So Aiden is our captain here. And then Ivan and Kalar. Cool. So safe to assume whoever shows up on the little, what's the word, like that NFL looking promo, whenever they're facing off, they're gonna be the closest thing to your captains. Okay, cool. I mean, we're gonna give IDO their props for the quality of the streaming footage. I think that's fantastic.
Matchup 1 is set, y'all. Jam Republic versus GRV.
This will be interesting with just one person as our
We're gonna find out who's ready to go
MC.
first.
Oh,
ready for this?
Alex on stage
Jam
too.
Republic, GRV, I need you guys to send up your captains for the coin toss.
Okay. Shout out to Alec.
Check. Here's how tonight's toss is gonna work. The coin has both teams' logo on it, yes?
Hey!
Both teams have their logo on it. gonna flip this coin, catch it. Whoever's team it lands on, you decide who goes first.
That's...
We ready to get popping?
That's kind of fun.
GRB, you get to call.
Hey.
Where's that decision?
We're gonna go second.
Hey, going second.
Okay, they're going second. With that being said, GRB, we're gonna let you hit the side of the stage and get ready, get warmed up. You guys know what time it is. With that being said, make some noise for Jam Republic!
Okay, Jam Republic. I'm gonna add some texture to their name. Okay, here we go. Ooh, got some different graphics going. I heard the stage was smaller. Okay. I don't see them scoring very high in the spacing department for this particular set. So far so good though on the type of style they're going with. It is a wide cam, which makes me really happy personally.
One time got behind me, we all sick. Hurry up, put the gun in the stairs, count your ass. Put your hands up, you know how the law get.
Okay.
We're
going with some syncopated variants in the land of the hip-hop space. Okay. When the song comes out, we're vibing. Okay. I wonder how long they had together for this particular match. Okay. We're getting off, number 77. Okay. Did a little light feet finish, which was cool. Energy's great. I think it depends on the sections. It's cool. With the walk it out, and I like the bass is there being used as a sort of ammunition. That was cool. Stamina around the middle section, that was interesting. I don't know if it was a projection choice. I'm gonna lean more projection compared to stamina because we had a close-up shot and it gave a bit of a restrictiveness in terms of how we were pushing past that stage.
Wow. Cleanliness there, kicking in the door like they meant it. Yo, these teams in the pro division did not come to play. But with that being said, we got a team that's been watching in the wings, ready for their time to shine, ready to reply. If you're ready, I need you to put your hands together, make some noise for GRB!
I love LA. That was cute.
One time coming. Oh shit, one time coming. Oh shit, everybody stop.
Great energy here. I like the rigidness of that. We got a Dougie out of it. Is that the full S word? Because if it's the actual S word, they can get docked and deducted for that. Because of the rules. That was fun. We're going off of complexity. It's leaning more to GRV, and they have a cleaner execution too. I'm curious if they're gonna get a deduction for their music here. Muddled in that spacing. I do know, I heard specifically on their behind the scenes, in their rehearsal footage, I hadn't seen the rehearsal, but like their prep for it, that this is a smaller stage. So I really think that's messing with spacing with every team. We're gonna see that. That's nice with a butterfly. So I do like how everybody does have some individuality in the lower body. It's cool. Thank you, teams, for grazing our stage. Now, we're going to look at the criteria list, which you'll see, boom, right here, as well as the deductions list, because I do think it's relevant to my point that I was making earlier. Okay, so we're just talking with the criteria, which teams, because he's going to probably describe how to vote, things like that. We're going to describe what's going down on the judging list. So we have design and execution, each are half the points. Complexity to choreography, that's going to be, you can read that right there. All of this is on the it's under the rules in the rule book on the website, IDL's website. Staging, musicality, creativity, stylistic athleticism, cleanliness, technical execution, spacing, projection, communication, and stamina. So the ones that are really difficult for close-up shots to actually get fully are going to be your staging. And then it's also going to be probably cleanliness to a degree, because some people may be out of frame, where it may be clean, but really upon wide cam observation, it's a little bit trickier. Spacing, really, really hard to tell. So even I could be wrong when I'm like, yo, spacing's a little off. Wide cams are a little bit easier with that. Yeah, I don't say projection communication because we got the best seat in the house with front cam. We're as close to the dancers as one could be. This one may be a little bit inflated depending on if I'm close up or I'm far away or if I'm in person or not, right? Okay, so if we're going off of the teams themselves, complex pseudo choreography, I would lean more to GRV. For staging, can't really measure it, but based on what I saw, I would lean to GRV. Musicality, specifically usage of instrumentation, rhythm variation, so syncopated, that's polyrhythmic here. Understanding and going on, not the actual movements themselves, but the act of being intentional with the movements corresponding to the music multiplanarly. Depth and complexity of selected tracks, that would be what you see there. Creativity, neither of them were the most creative. They were, in terms, not really safe, not even trending, but they were ones that, what's the word? I don't think that, we're zooming. there wasn't anything conceptually in transitions that I saw or in movements that I've never seen before. Stylistic athleticism, that's hard to measure here. That'll be more when we do the breakdowns. Cleanliness, lane to GRV, spacing can't measure. Projection, say GRV projected more. And the stamina, that one's going to be pretty close between the two teams. So I'm going to say it's going to be an overall GRV win. I can see GM Republic take the fan vote. However, GRV's at the bottom right now, so there's a chance they could get the fan vote. And I'm going to pause it right here just because of the deductions list. The reason why I said I'm curious if GRV is going to get a deduction for their music is because of this. Inappropriate content. Use of any music in violation of the prohibited language policy. Now, with the language policy, you can use certain words, right? Like the D word, B word, things like that. But words, regardless if your community or culture has claimed ownership or has used it in an empowering way, if it's highly derogatory, or if it's something that's, you know, like the F word, like something pretty aggressive on one side, there's like moderate language is okay. Explicit language is not. So that's why I'm really curious, because GRV walked a fine line with this deduction right there. I'm curious about it. I'm sure Arnell will probably let me know. Things like that. I may ask him if I don't see it here. But right here, we're going to see. And if my algorithm serves me right, just like seeing GRV struggle with the staging before they did their rehearsal run, I believe they're going to be showing the itemized scores on the actual screen. Okay, so to summarize for myself, I'm going to say it's a GRV win for this. They're going to take, I can see them take more than half of the judges, unless the certain categories that I didn't measure with you guys, those were so much higher that made the difference between the ones that the categories that I said GRV got.
Just out of hearing what's in the room, do we know, who do we think's going to round 2 right now?
GRV also took a big risk with a lot of individuality in the accessories, in the pants, things along those lines.
Okay, this side, who do we feel might be going to round 2? This is mixed. It's a mix. We don't know where. Middle of the room. Where do y'all hear it going?
Y'all are cute. It's cute, Ricky.
That's the fan side of the vote. We do gotta figure out where these judges set that time. You feel me? Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
And real quick, let me just put this in perspective as well, just to give you a little story insight. They both have the same song, obviously.
Yeah.
They had the chance. They could have possibly went a different route, but everyone was like, you know what? We're gonna stand on business. And we're gonna do what we do the way we do it, and we're putting our best foot forward. Make some noise for challenging, because that is a big gamble.
It is. They had different
There's no
remixes.
risk, there's no reward, but we gotta find out right now.
I wonder if they talk to each other about that.
Oh yeah, let me step aside so we can.
Oh, okay, okay. So Arnell
Let's watch this together.
is also
Here
here.
we
Shout out
go.
to Steven.
Our first judge. Oh,
Okay.
GRV. Our second judge.
I can see Arnell also go GRV too.
Oh, breathe inside. Come on now. Will we break that? Oh!
I mean, it'll probably be a 6-1 or a 7-7.
For the rest of the points, where did it go? 5. Woo! It's getting real, y'all. Oh my goodness.
The jam got fan vote. Whoa!
Hey,
Whoa!
sweep going to GRB for this first round.
Okay.
Before they leave the stage, can we make some noise one more time for Jam Republic?
So, safely assuming whoever's kind of considered the underdog in the sense of at the bottom of the roster or bottom of the placement board, they end up getting more fans, at least in this first season, because that was Jam, and now Jam's competitive. GRV is competitive, but it just hasn't worked out in their matchups, and so now they're able to get more of the fans in that sense. That's what that looks like.
And for the first time on round 2, make some noise
Look at GRV. They're here for it. I think they were more surprised of getting the fan vote because no one's gotten it the series yet. Jam's gotten it both times they've been on a series, which is cool. That's cool. I know they're excited. Very excited. So now on TikTok, it's crazy that I say that, right? On TikTok, it's going to go straight to the next round, or it'll be a different video at the end of this video. But if you are on YouTube, then it's just all in one big kahuna. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to, I believe Clay is going to be at the analyst desk talking through. So let's see what that's about.
Wowee! GRV has taken some points. They were at the bottom originally, but wow. 7 of their first sweep of the season. Give them a hand, everyone.
Their first win of the
For those who
season.
don't know, it is actually a requirement on the rule book, in the score sheet, that if teams happen to pick the same song, the league must tell them, and they have the option of switching that song to the next round. GRV and Jam
I don't
decided,
remember that in the rule book.
it's time to face each other.
There's a good, I
Can
mean,
we
there's
give
a good
hand for
chance that it was
That's
there.
competition right
That's very
there.
cool. Thank you,
Wanna
Clay.
see some replays right now.
That
Let's
was
check
fun.
it out. Some
He made
GRV
talk
replays
about
because, man,
number
there was
11
so
from
much
Jam.
fun here.
She looked like she was
Kiki
having
with
a
that
vibe.
intro. Number 3 with so much steez, so much swagger right there. Ugh. You know, something I really loved was really seeing Aiden Elizadeh, Captain Aiden Elizadeh, with that musicality. Number 15 right there. He was out with an injury. This is his first return to the IDL since the launch
That's
event.
good
River Novin,
that he's
what
back.
a freaking star, popping into center, and then Derek Daniels with the play. It was incredible.
Spicy,
So
number
much fun. Eric
44.
also right there as well. I mean, the thing about GRV that Aiden wanted to bring back, they wanted to bring back the coolness. I think we've been craving that from GRV. They've been making so many conceptual routines, but this is the GRV we know and love. This was Los Angeles GRV's steez and swagger.
Are they gonna
And
show the
man,
points?
did they deserve
So I guess
that
I was-
sweep. Let's actually check out
I was
some
wrong.
Jam right now as well, because there's some really fun highlights. Hit those replays real quick.
Hey, they're doing better on the
Let's see it.
production. Let's go.
So, we got to see a return of Jam. Originally, they did an incredible job at the Vancouver series. They did pull through this time, but you know what? I think the thing about Jam is that they're slowly finding an identity within the league. I mean, Southeast Asia has represented itself in regions throughout the land, but right here on the IDL stage, we have the Philippines, we have Malaysia, we have so many dancers from around the world coming together. And
She
I think
said,
I'm just so proud of the work they're putting on the stage and the travel they're putting together. Can we give them a hand, y'all? Let's talk a little bit about some scores. We don't have any for the screen right now, but GRV took an over 8-point lead and actually dominated every single criteria, winning all 10 criteria. I think that is a dominating sweep.
So all the ones that I said.
GRV is back on the map, earning some points.
Yeah.
And they get to move on to round 2 to stake
You
their
said
claim
8 points,
for
most
the
likely.
Sydney series.
I mean, almost a
Tune
point.
in for the next round, y'all.
Almost a point for every, whatchamacallit. Which is cool. For every category. That's what it was. Alright, next we have Quick Style versus 1 Million. I do believe Leah Kim and Hottie Moo will be in this, which will be interesting.
Honestly, we just wanted to stay true to our style and rather losing as ourselves than winning as somebody else.
It's time to get back into the studio.
Going forward, we'll never compromise our identity, but we'll definitely bring out new flavors you haven't seen before. So be ready.
They look ready. They're adorable. They're adorable.
To get third was a little bit of a disappointment for us.
1 million!
It was a little too close for comfort, but Sydney's coming up. We're up against Quick Style. We have no business underestimating anyone, and as confident as we are, who knows, they could pull something out. So we gotta keep our guard up. We're taking it back to what 1 million really does best. We gotta work hard. We gotta make sure we come out on top. Sorry, Quick Style, love you, but we're about to pull 7 points.
Okay. Okay. This is a fun little make some noise choice. That's cute. That's cute. That was cool. I think that was Alec telling them, all right, come on, and then patting our guy or whoever's on camera to, okay, start moving. Cool. Leah Kim, that was cute. That's cute. Oh, I bet she's really happy to be there. And she's not a captain either, so she's just somebody who's... She's went the wrong way. Oh, that was cute. Wow, cameras are out. Oh, fun.
Matchup 2 is set, y'all.
Cool, cool.
Quick Style versus 1 million. Woo! It's that time again. Listen, 2 teams, only
I feel
one
like I need
spot
to
in
take
round
some
2,
notes
you feel me?
here.
Let's find out who's going first.
These are cool, these little
Quick Style,
coins. I wonder if they'll
we need
sell
you to send
them.
A captain to come up for the coin toss, y'all.
Oh, it's a cute little charm chain.
Here's how the coin
Oh!
toss goes.
Oh, Leah's
On
gonna
this
do
coin,
it.
we'll
That's
have both of your
cute.
logos, yes? On one per side. Alec is gonna flip the coin.
Yeah.
Whoever has that, you got control over this first round.
All right. Go, Alec. Catch it. Boom.
1 million.
1 million. Okay.
First or second? Second.
Hey! Okay, okay.
With that being said, we'll
Quick's
come
going
in and
first.
exit the stage. Your time
Okay.
will be up very soon. But right now, I need you to put your hands together. Put your hands together, make some noise for Quick.
So we don't have any point references so far in this match, in the matchup. Ooh, come on, positions. Oh, okay. We have some side lights. Those are always risky when you're choosing to have 2 focal point sections. So that was cool. Oh, number 18. Oh, poor girl. I know she's probably gonna feel really bad about that. It looks like she forgot her timing on that, so that's gonna drop their cleanliness in that whole intro. I like the percussion choice. Okay. Whoa. You notice how when we went from the wide to the close-up, how the staging felt so different? That was fun. They have some of the more unique percussive interpretations. That was nice with the levels. It's just unfortunate that they're not clean right now. Yeah, even with this type of transition with the lower level there. Going back to the beginning with the two different groups, having a conflict of focus, even though I know the focus was stage right. That was cute. I'm seeing more teams integrate more fundamental styles, which I think is important. Okay. This is considered a diss. Some whacking overheads. Oh, so they ended up throwing a little diss near the tail end. That was cute. That was cute. IDL disses help with projection for sure. Communication.
How we feeling? Wow. Norway bringing that heat, you feel me? That's how you kick this off. Trying to get into that second round, you feel me? Ooh. But with that being said, we had our second team in the wing watching, getting hyped, getting ready, and something tells me they came to shut it down as well. Put your hands together, make some noise for 1 million!
I wonder if the teams vocalize how dark it is on stage, so we have these lights to help them set up. I like that more. This is fun. Oh man, we have more people matching 25's energy, which I think is going to be really helpful. That was fun. Okay, not quite the cleanest there, but that was cool. Tutting on the heads, that's sick. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that on a wide cam, see how those extensions were looking. Tended to have a lot of band renditions of tracks, which I think will help with musicality, if I'm being honest. Oh, am I seeing basket runs in the back to hide? I don't know. It's giving straw hat energy, isn't it? The popping's fun, but their cleanliness, those catwalks were missing some levels and hips. Okay. Very curious about what Gravity's gonna say about that section. Because I can't verify any of it because it wasn't a wide cam, so you can't see everybody, just the first person. I was syncopated. Cool, like the individuality at the tail end of that. Okay, so we're gonna bring up the criteria list here. Of course, we know which categories I'm not comfortable measuring right now or even trying to gander based on our shots. Complexity of choreography, I can see that leans slightly more to 1 mil. I don't think it's gonna be as big of a margin difference between GRV and Jam Republic. Cleanliness, we had one of our dancers, we were able to clock pretty often on quick styles, which is so unfortunate because I know that she's probably going to be thinking I'm the reason why our score is going to be that low. But we don't have the itemized score, so we can't, do a compare for that. Can't look at spacing at all. Projection, projection communication, that one's fascinating. I think stamina will probably be pretty similar with each other. Oh, I can see 1 mil have a little leg up there. Creativity, I would lean more quick style personally for creativity in certain aspects. In the movements themselves, it's hard to tell with the transitions. The transitions, I would absolutely believe on the staging side with 1 mil, they can lower some of their scoring for that because of that basket run, trying to hide transition with the straw hat vibe and feel. I think that was cool to showcase their choreography, complexity to choreography. Even that one's tricky because there were certain moments within quick styles that was heavily syncopated. I'm going to lean more to 1 million though for complexity to choreography because of the positioning that they did. I will absolutely give credit where credit is due for 1 mil, specifically in that tutting section. Adored on the head tutting. They do that very well, so that doesn't surprise me there. So I can see them score some points for that. I don't know with the Leah Kim popping section if that worked better or worse for them. Not sure. We'll see. I can see this as a 1 mil win. Do I think the point difference will be as drastic as the first match? No. Could it be a 7-0? There's always that chance. Not quite sure, but let's go find out the results.
Here we go.
I think Steven will lean 1 mil. I think Arnell will too.
First one going to 1 million. Come on now. 2 to 1 million. 3 going to 1 million. Will it be the 4?
They'll make it.
4, they take this round. But for the sake of the points, because they still matter, how did it turn out? 5, 1 million. 6 on
They make it. They make it a 7-0.
Sweet 7. Going to 1 million, going to round 2.
Okay.
Show some love, show some love.
I like the camaraderie here. That was cool. That was cool. This is interesting because for me, I just feel a heaviness about watching this series specifically because this is our 3rd series, which could be why I have more of a subdued watch. We're gonna listen to Clay though, and then I probably touch on that more.
1 million sweep 0770, and I mean Soul came so freaking hard. What I love right now is what we're seeing in the IDL is references. So many references to past routines, using people's history against them, and that's actually what we just saw right now. Did y'all see the patty hats right there? 1 million pulled out a reference to old straw hats. That was Quickstyle's 13-year-old. They started around 13 years ago.
Quickstyle did straw hats?
In order to create music and perform to that music as well. And if you look on YouTube, you will find some old legendary clips. And the fact that they pulled out Leah Kim, #0, the founder of 1 million, coming in to absolutely obliterate Norway. I mean, that is, with the utmost respect, disrespectful. Man, I think that there is such a special thing that we're seeing with the format of IDL because the comparative nature really shows the strengths of each team. So what we actually saw was huge leads in cleanliness and projection and communication, an entire 1-point lead in both of those towards 1 million. And I want to see why. Let's watch some of those replays real quick.
That's not the same as an 8-point difference with
because
GRV and Jam.
Starting off strong, poker face with Nara Lee, 21, never having a real poker face. She is just the best performer ever. And that drop right there was just magic. Number 25 with the energy.
I love that section.
The little tutting stuff that we get to see from 1
love
million
that
is truly a part of their character now. And the reveal, Leah Kim, the legend, pulling out the references to Straw Hats and Harimu, going, this is 1 million time. Dip. I mean, that was a freaking show. And that poker face right there was so playful, and we just had a really, really good time. And I just talked about it. We had cleanliness score, 1 point difference in cleanliness, 1 point difference in projection and communication. The overall score we have here was an entire, what is this? I see a 4-point difference, 82 to 86 right now. I mean, that is not as distant as you would think it would be, but there are a few things that actually Quick Style did incredibly. Complexity of choreography was actually higher than 1 million, and musicality was higher. So let's check out some of those replays from Quick Style.
So I said 1 mil had that based on our vantage points.
A little bit of an obsession with Norway here, because they are always bringing Quick Style. There's no one more original than their movement. The lines they do, the athleticism, it always fits so interestingly with fascinating music choices. We did see a little bit of messiness though, especially in the intro, but Karina, number 24 here, is just such a freaking powerhouse. So much energy, so much style, and I really love the fact that they use a lot of their floor work. I mean, that is something that
so interesting how quiet it is.
A lot of teams are leaning on existing styles pulling from breaking, but I think that 1 million is always using these foundational styles. Quick Style, on the other hand, is constantly pulling from their own original movement. Does that work to their advantage, or does it not? Well, the complexity of choreography is higher. So I think it's just fascinating to see these differences.
That was interesting.
1 million absolutely.
I think 1 million's tutting section was really beneficial to them.
For the 7-0 sweep for 1 million. And we'll see what happens in the final round.
All right, off to the next round. Oh, sorry, next match.
Vancouver IDL proved that we're more than just dancers. We're athletes.
You felt it when he came from center right here.
Having won the last 2 events, it doesn't stop.
Make some noise for your champions, Brotherhood!
Sydney has new challenges, but we're always up for the challenge. I feel like there's still aspects of Brotherhood that people haven't seen, some styles that we haven't shown. We're not going any lower than where we are. We have to defend our top spot. So y'all better be prepared. We're bringing it.
I think it's this matchup specifically that I feel a lot of heaviness on. I can't place why. Maybe by watching, I'll have more clarity with it. But I'm like, being honest, I've been feeling it for a couple of days leading up to watching this. So, I don't know.
Series in Vancouver, we all underestimated the hunger from each team. There's no doubt we're going to let Brotherhood slide with that as well.
Brotherhood came in, swept every other team.
We know that last year, the result that we got was not what we wanted.
It's going to be war games once we get to Sydney. I think it's just going to be a good battle, a good fight. I think for us, RF, just expect the unexpected.
Scuba, that was cute.
Matchup 3 is set. Brotherhood versus Royal Family. Highly anticipated rematch from the launch of it. It's game time, y'all. You know what time it is. With that being said, we got to figure out who's going first. We need our captains to step up. Listen, the coin has both of your logos, one on each side. Alec will flip the coin. Whoever lands on, you control who goes first. You guys ready? Let's get it. The call is for Brotherhood. Will you be going first or second? Let's go second this time. Whoa, the change-up is real. Last time they chose to go first. This time they chose to go second. With that being said, Sydney, put your hands together, make some noise. Royal Family!
We don't have the lights up for this one this time. I know my eyes are getting teary-eyed. I don't know why. Like, I'm like so emotional about this matchup. Something that I know Royal Family's really, really good at is spacing. They are the best at spacing. And there are multiple series that prove that. Syncopated. That's a very royal coded thing to do. They pulled that back in 2012. It's good to see her on stage. Whoa. Scandalous work. They looking grown. Yeah, they're syncopating with Crump. This feels like we're showing an entire the HHI legacy. She still technically caught it, even though it fumbled a little bit. I did a Brotherhood dig there. I know Kyra choreographed this, didn't she? So that's a royal family blueprinted routine. I'm so curious of how this matchup is going to be, because I have so many thoughts.
Okay. Brought that traditional bag. I see you in your bag.
That was a blueprint bag, is what that was.
Hey, yo. I'm just saying, hey, put it on, you feel me? Come on now. Check it out. It's not over though. We still got one more team to figure out who is going on to round 2. You know what I mean? It's that time. And with that being said, let's bring them out. Let's make some noise for the one and only Brotherhood!
Brotherhood's matching pocket. I'm gonna break beat. Okay, I know why. Oh god, like I'm so emotional about this matchup. And I think, like, y'all are like, Joe, Jess, those were not asking for any emotions. I've been feeling this for a couple days. And I think it's because of these two teams. So on one end, it's like, for me, this feels like, no matter what is it? With royal families specifically, whether they win or whether they lose, there's going to be such an emotional rift on the internet about it, because if royal family wins, which I don't think this is a complete washout on either side. Also, I don't know with certain categories how they would score, right? I think for me, it's just become a very overwhelming thing as somebody who looks at dance leagues, and I've looked at D-League for many years. And seeing the trajectory of these teams and where they're headed, I can see them slowly start to crumble when I watch behind the scenes stuff. And the general public's not going to really care because they just want them to continue to entertain, feed me, feed me, feed me. And I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying a lot of times you're going to have people who, if royal family wins, oh, it's because Kyra, she brought the blueprint back, so obviously if they win, it's because of her, not because of, you know, their work ethic and perseverance and having to navigate through something every single team on this league is going to have to experience. Royal families first. Brotherhood eventually will start going through what royal family's going through. Why do I say that? Because royal family created the blueprint in the 2010s. Brotherhood is establishing and creating a blueprint for themselves within the series, which means they have to continue to one-up, and eventually they can't, right? They have to deviate or try something different. And I know they've been vocalizing, they've had many, many issues with music, and they've had many issues with the creative fatigue, and I knew that was going to happen, especially if you're going to stay in-house the whole time. Royal family is outsourcing, which I think is so smart on a league like this. So I apologize. I feel like, Jess, this is too many emotions. I know. I don't know why it was pent up like that. I think for me, it's really hard for me to watch. Teams across the board try their best, and there's going to be people who don't care at all about their well-being. They just care about satisfying me as a viewer for what my expectation of a professional league is, right? I think it's okay to have some empathy here and be like, yo, all of these teams are experiencing this for the first time. You know, they are establishing the expectation. And so that's like, gosh, I was not expecting to just have a full-blown meltdown about this. Which is why you didn't see me say anything, because it's all I'm thinking about. It can swing either way, so if we want to have the conversation, we can. But I want you to know, I am so emotionally... I am emotionally fatigued in that area with both of these teams. Because I've been listening to the Brotherhood podcast. I'm glad they feel really good about it, and I'm sure everyone's having a great time, but I'm saying in the land of the in-betweens on these series, man. Okay. I don't see any deductions. What Brotherhood's probably going to continue to do with every matchup that they have, they're going to match pockets. Meaning they're going to match the timing structure, they're going to mask the movement vocabulary structure and try to match it and one-up it, either through variance or through staging. That's what they did with GRV. This one will probably be the closest out of the 3 matches thus far. I mean, unless I miss something super big on certain categories like spacing, cleanliness. I mean, I really do think Royal, I would be surprised if Royal doesn't score well in this area. They are so good at that compared to every other team. Complexity of choreography, I can see variety, like authenticity. That's a fascinating one. And also, fun fact, if you didn't know this, Arnell has stated, like, one of the hardest styles to justify is crump. It absolutely is, because of the community and the culture of it and the vocabulary of it, right? It absolutely helps on projection, but this one right here, that could be a little bit tricky with Royal. Now, what we know about them, 2013 was a fantastic set from them. It absolutely looked like a blueprint HHI, like, all of the nuances of ideas that Royal had established, which was probably why, you know, you had Kyra involved on it. Creativity. Brotherhood may get that over Royal, with the areas outside of the royal family structure. Stamina, both looked really, really nice. I think this one's going to be the closest out of them all, but if I'm completely wrong, I wouldn't be surprised either, because as y'all could tell, oh god, like, I don't know how not to feel this way, I guess. Maybe by having conversations with y'all, and I know if some of you are like, Jess, you can't be emotional, I have the free will to feel however the freak I want to feel. And that's okay, because I'm not affiliated with IDL, I'm not affiliated with the judges, I'm just colleagues and friends with these judges. I'm friends with Arnell, he's made the rule book. I want to be a good advocate for bridging the gap between the general public and how the rules are established. So, I'm sorry if I didn't meet your expectation, but I don't care, if I'm being honest right now, because I feel so much in this way about these two teams. Like, oh god. Let's see.
I see the crowns. I see some crowns too. Okay. Over here, who needs to go to round 2? Okay, we got a little bit of both. It's big. This set the rule. I'm hearing, brother.
I feel like let's just get to who won.
Here we go.
I can see it lean Brotherhood for the overall win. I think it's going to be close, though.
Can we shift that? 4 for the sake of the points. 5, 6. This is real. 7. We have our third sweep of the evening, y'all. Please do me a favor. Make some noise, obviously, for Brotherhood going around to show love. Show some love, y'all. Show some love both ways. Congratulations, Brotherhood. We will see you in round 2. Before they leave this stage, I need us to give the loudest welcome and good job to Royal Family. Y'all, that's how you close out round 1. Congratulations to Brotherhood moving on. Big shout out to Royal Family for holding it down.
God. Can I just say, I cannot imagine the frustration Royal Family is experiencing. They're even giving the people what they want by using an OG Royal blueprint, like, person who helped develop that blueprint alongside Paris, and it still didn't get them a point. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's so... I cannot imagine that space, and it's not between whether or not, like, I don't know them. I don't personally know any of these people, and I know the judges more than I know the teams, being honest. So, I'm probably going to feel this for a hot minute, and you can go ahead and quote me now. I've been saying this from the jump. These teams, Royal will not be the only team that experiences what they're experiencing. They may be that team this season, but every single team on this circuit, they're going to be experiencing it, especially as soon as you get new teams involved in this. They're going to have a freshness in a way that a lot of these other teams are going to be going with the status quo, which to a certain degree it will work, and then other times it may not be enough anymore. Ask me why I know, because I've been seeing it for years and years and years. so this is not a new conversation for me. It may be new for some of you, but yeah, very, very intrigued on the conversations we're going to have with this.
Somebody stop them! Vancouver is out of their dang minds out here. Full sweep, 7-0. This entire first round has been sweep after sweep after sweep, and Brotherhood pulls it off once again in a very well-deserved win. What did we talk about? We talked about having these freaking references right now, and Brotherhood pulls out a full toxic right there. We're referencing Vancouver, and we're even pulling back to some of the launch events. I mean, this was the matchup that people were looking forward to, and unfortunately, Royal Family was unable to secure that win. They did take a few criteria, though, which they took in spacing, a 0.17 difference in spacing and a 0.16 difference in stamina that Royal Family actually beats Brotherhood in. But 8 of the other criteria all went straight to Vancouver. And we gotta look at the replays. I know that's what you want. Let's check them out, because Brotherhood brings magic every single time. The crown reveal, the throne, Hamuza looking cutie patootie at the top right there. And I mean, you always get some really, really fun formation work here with Brotherhood. And Hamuza is showing up over and over as a star, hitting this little afro section. That Nigerian leg work really quick was incredibly fun, hopping over the heads. Brotherhood hits the breaking. Brotherhood hits the Dayton Paradis reveal, which we know and love. Always a showman. And Elijah with a little jaw isos right here, with a little scuba down. What are we doing? John Ray, put it away. Put it away. I can't even see your number 4. And Adrian Vendiola just has musicality on musicality. And what Brotherhood dominated in was a 1-point difference in creativity. Why? Because Brotherhood is constantly putting original ideas out there, using royal family's own movements against them. They even did the little bop, 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 bop from the back moment, but they turn it into a Brotherhood moment, and I think that's the magic that they have. Let's check out some royal family, because man, they pulled back some stuff that we got to see in the past. We got to see even Crump. We saw this great slide reveal right now. Oh, Shabao. I mean, Royal Family gets to have so much play this time, but they came really, really hard. A lot of energy, pulling off the wacky. And did you see the little forearm? Y'all know what we're talking about here? That was a little Brotherhood reference. And then they did the BRV last time, right? That's what Brotherhood did. And then someone here in center pulls out that RF, and then we get classic Royal Family. Just so much play right there. I mean, and then we pull out what? Moana. She just misses that hat, and that definitely results in some deductions right there. I mean, not deductions, but a lower score in terms of cleanliness and definitely in terms of the execution. I think that's what we're seeing here right now, is that every little small thing counts. One little slip up, one little forgetting, those all take away.
I think that did contribute to Quickstyle's score.
The giant that is Brotherhood, especially coming here to Sydney. I mean, Brotherhood was pulling out their own references.
How is Brotherhood going to beat themselves?
Like, everyone has to dig deep right now into what they do best, because what Royal Family does is lots of repetition. Originally, we had less of that this time, which I really appreciate. That was something that allowed them to really, really increase their scores, but it just wasn't enough to defeat Vancouver. Everyone, please give a hand for the sweep of Brotherhood once again, undefeated. Who will be able to take them down? Will anyone even be able to score a point against these legends? Everyone, that does it for round 1.
Man, so I wasn't complete out of my mind. Like, you know, looking at certain scores, I knew Royal did well in spacing, even though, because that's just what they're known for when you look at pattern behavior. I don't know. It's like, if Brotherhood wins again, they sweep it, right? Like, I think that's beautiful. What a beautiful run, but also, like, I can't imagine the kind of pressure and fatigue that one can experience with that in that way, especially whenever you're, like, when you're blueprinting like that. Because when they lose, it'll happen at some point, whether it's this season or the next. Like, that's... What do you do with that? I wonder if that's going to actually be relief, or if it's going to be like, okay, let's measure, figure out, troubleshoot, whatever, move on. I don't know. I don't know their character in the way that others may, so that'll be interesting, and I'm not in that room. So yeah, hopefully I should be fine for the rest of the series, like for round 2, but man, that Royal Brotherhood messed me up emotionally, and I think it's because of just how people, like, their thoughts and their observations that they have onto this league, it can be it's hard for me to watch without seeing the grace extended to them too. You know, like, there was some grace extended from Clay there, like, talking about the improvements. A lot of people, it's really hard for them to focus on the improvements and the positives. They think about, well, this is a pro division. This is a XYZ, so they shouldn't be doing that. Sure, but let's also talk about these other elements too, which is important why Clay is here for that. So, oh, get it together, Jess. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the second round.
Round 2 begins now.
Okay. So we don't know the ranking. I don't know the ranking of who's third through first. That's cool. Okay. 1 mil, GRV, Brotherhood. So I guess they'll be in that order. So 1 mil got third, GRV got second, Brotherhood got first. Each team swept in their respective matches, which is kind of dope. Oh. So I believe we're doing, trying to remember, we just get in our spot for round 2. We don't have all 3 teams. They walk out, they set up, we go. Okay. We gotta run. We're running. Those lights are dim. That was cute. Okay. That was cool. Great cannon there. Ripple could have been a smidgen cleaner. That's a fun direction. That was a cool lift. Okay. That was cool. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, nice. The knock with the knees was cool. The rotating body roll. This is so interesting. They're playing around with BPMs. The braided hair is also cute. Doesn't this sound like a Pump It Up track? With the walk away. A little bit delayed in the corner. I think that one needs to, all of these are going to be wide cam specific in order for us to really understand how they do. It was so interesting, wasn't it? We're getting prepped. GRV's next.
Los Angeles, GRV.
Nice. That was cool. They're controlling points there. Hey. Okay. Always a risk when you have your team go off stage and you only have a select group. I like the rigid or like the rebound choices of that was cool. Okay. Okay. This is risky because that's a bit simple, that section. That flip was cool though. Cool. Hey, cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. They did lock her to their final position. She moved pretty early, but I don't know if that cost them anything. That was competitive. I love the little that light trotting across. They were getting mad speed across. This is interesting. They look like they just had a crazy night out. That's what that looks like. Which is gonna be fun. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's given Bachelor Weekend. They are giving after party vibes. Oh, that's cool. The range is pretty decent here. With the cat daddy, and everybody does the cat daddy with the reject. That was nice. With the birdie, so you have the party social space of it. Got your light feet here. That pistol squad choice was cool. That was also cool. John O'Clap. We're gonna lock in. Nice. They got complexity and mesh throughout. That was cool. It was really cool. So I can see Brotherhood take the win for this as well. I don't see the order changing. I think what Brotherhood has category-wise over the other two is going to be creativity. They'd have the highest there. Let's actually take a look at the criteria list. I'm still trying to like... Here's the deal. Let's chat about that real quick. So like, yeah, I got like heavy emotional about that matchup between Brotherhood and Royal because of other things outside of those two teams and their routines. I think it's like just the encompassment of like what this league is and how people, how things are shifting as the league's becoming, like, gaining more traction, which I think is amazing, but it's going to come with a lot of things to have to weed through with that, right? I had to deal with this, I think, whenever it was like my second season going into D-League. Whenever I was reaching that point too, I was like, man, they're good. They're having to go at it every 2 weeks there. And granted, they have a different number of different rules, and of course, but I'm saying, like, and when you're dealing with professional leagues of any sport, but specifically with dance, you're going to reach a point as an individual when you're saturated in it enough, and you're seeing it enough, and you're seeing them as people. You have to remember, these are people. Yes, they are a brand, but they are people behind the brand. So it's okay that they have ebbs and flows, highs and lows. And it's really hard, I think personally for me, to know and see an observation in the spaces that I'm in, because it's very English heavy, right? Compared to D-League, it's all Japanese. So I'm not a part of the forums there. Like, I do get to see people's thoughts and opinions and comments and things there. It's really hard for me at times to see how people are, what they're projecting onto the teams, and not taking a second to, like, see them. They're people trying their best. You know what I mean? And so that's where most of the emotions, I think, were coming from. So I'm going to be able to calibrate, I think, a little bit better moving forward. I think I needed to experience that for myself. Okay, so we're going to play it now. Criteria list. Complexity of choreography. I mean, I think Brotherhood may take that. Staging, can't measure spacing, can't measure projection communication. I do think that one absolutely was competitive on multiple teams there. Stamina, can't measure that unless you see everybody. Like, that's the tricky thing about all of this, is that if you're going, if we're going to talk about technical execution and authenticity, did I see everybody doing the section? Maybe I've gotten lucky with a particular team, but, in a live stream, you can't really measure this the way a judge would. I just do my best. I can just speak in general. I'm going to say overall, I see a higher percentage of Brotherhood taking the win. For they're cute. They're showing what they're voting. I'm gonna say Brotherhood took the fan vote. I can see what is it? There was an overall cleanliness. There was a competitive cleanliness from all teams. I think projection was really nice from 1 mil. Creativity, I would say, within concept. Brotherhood, if you're going to do a comparison game between GRV and Brotherhood, I think, had more creativity within their concept and their movements to said concept. Yeah, so I'm going to say, in general, the order's going to stay the same. 1 mil will be third, GRV second, Brotherhood first. So, let's go find out.
We're about to get a look at these scores right now.
Scores? Okay, so this is what I was expecting from the matchups.
To the top, we're going to see how they scored across the board.
Any deductions?
No deductions?
No.
Ooh, okay. So we start with it. Okay.
Complexity.
Okay.
Creativity is Brotherhood.
On our way up, baby. It's very close. It's very close. Okay. Whoa. Anybody's game still. Whoa! Oh, there you have it!
It made it more fun. That, I think, built up.
We have 4 million! Second place, GRB!
Wow, they've made that way more, what's the word? Goodness. More invested there.
Sydney Series champions, make some noise for Brotherhood! Check. Ooh, baby.
So that's cool. What's interesting too is I'm wondering if this is going to prompt the conversation of concept of 1 mil in comparison to concept of Brotherhood, because 1 mil's concept was very Asian culture in terms of aesthetic. Brotherhood's was more like, it gave more of a Western culture side of, like, after party. Now, granted, I personally notice more relevancy or like relatability to After Party comparison to the 1 mil concept. But that's where like it makes me curious about if a judge doesn't get it in concept, does that affect the score? Based on the criteria, yes, which is what prompted my original question of whenever you do have concept like After Party, they looked hungover, right, in some of their choices. Now, because I understood the said concept with the name of the song itself, the costuming choices, and I noticed in some of their movement quality, were we able to reward them more for concept transitions of movements? Sure. You know, so I think that's a very interesting conversation that I know many people are probably going to have, that more people understood Brotherhoods over 1 mils, but it doesn't discredit 1 mils if they're able to justify in other categories, right? Which show they were. So I think it's getting closer and closer, which I think is cool. Teams are continuing to calibrate. Everybody we're sweeping, so that means all 3 teams are gonna score up higher. No team from round 1 that stayed in round 1. Unfortunately, they didn't get any points from this particular series. First time we had all sweeps in all 3 matches, which was interesting, right? So they have the glasses. I thought was fun. So we have a Clay that's going to give us some commentary now.
Again, Brotherhood takes another first place, and man, it is so much fun to watch each of these teams put out level up after level up after level up. Round 2 is an extremely difficult round. Every single team only has a few weeks to put up a competitive set and make lots of adjustments. I know a lot of people here do know there are a lot of music challenges that we at the IDL, the teams especially, are facing. We're doing our best to fight that, but the teams are still bringing their very best despite it, and I think that deserves so much respect. Shout out our top teams in round 2. Brotherhood had a 93.19, but GRV was tailing them at a 90.77. 1 million only a few points off, 89.37. This was a really tight second round, and I do have to say there's some really, really interesting score things, but you know, let's talk about that after we check out some replays real quick. Run the Brotherhood replays. Yes, sir. We have
that part.
Justin was there, just like playing around with some of that floor work. I think this little party vibe was a blast. That little moment felt like a GRV Derek Daniels moment because they also did that in their set. But you know what? We love a Dayton Paradis. We love an
That was a
Aloe
royal little
right
moment
there. For
too.
those who don't know, number 88, Aloe Galetto, is actually one of the original Brotherhood members, original founders there. And I think we have to give that shout out because there's some lore we don't know enough about. But man, y'all see a cat daddy? Just pull out a cat daddy in IDL, Brotherhood. You're crazy. And John Ray pulls out an entire little brick city, a little Jersey Club moment, and then Hamuza always pulling out some life feet and just hitting some magic every single time. I mean, that's the thing about Brotherhood though. In this particular round, round 2, they hit staging correctly. 0.33 above the second place is actually GRV and 1 million both hit equivalent staging at an 8.83. So Brotherhood led them 0.33 difference right there. The biggest score lead was actually in cleanliness towards Brotherhood. And that's really the name of the game. If you're not clean, I don't even know what you mean. I can't see the differences that are happening in the complexity of everything in your set unless you are clean. So all the dancers gotta pull up right there. Let's check out some Brotherhood replay. Sorry, not Brotherhood. Los Angeles GRV replays real quick. Let's check it out. Yep. Little mini Preston up top right there with the activation, and we get Derek Daniels always with his really grounded, weighted movement. And you know, I think right here you got to see Aiden Prince, number 20, hit some crazy musicality, which is actually where GRV led. 0.16 difference between them and Brotherhood in musicality, as well as complexity of choreography. A 0.33 difference. They had a 9.33 in that round. For those who don't know, complexity of choreography and musicality actually sit within the top realm of design. And the score sheet is built off of design in that manner. Hold on, let's check out Jaden Vo right now because he is one of the killers that came in with this closer, and he pulled out exactly execution. So what I was talking about is that GRV actually has consistent dominance in the design realm. The top 3 criteria, which are complexity of choreography, staging, musicality, creativity, and stylistic athleticism, these are all design criteria. So it's how well you build the set, and GRV is consistently building incredible, incredible sets. So that complexity really pushed them up to that second place. Let's check out some 1 million. I do have to say, despite 1 million's third place, this was such a fun set. Something I talked about in the first count episode is actually, I thought that 1 million needed a more opinionated set if they are to even push and contend for a championship. And what did they do? They had some superhero landing with Nakyung. You have these pink pants with a pink skirt, Nara Lee always giving that performance, and then Leah Kim leading the popping section. They were like evil dolls, and I actually really appreciated that. They still played the cuteness, but then brought that with that contrast right there. Unfortunately though, 1 million didn't take the lead in any of the categories, but they did actually tie in stamina to Brotherhood, a perfect 10 in stamina, which is incredible. Why does that matter? Well, something that Brotherhood has played really well throughout this entire season has been backloading their highest energy sections. And that's the thing about stamina. That's what other competitions are not gauging against. It's, do the dancers get gassed? And so if you're able to actually put your hardest working sections, the highest energy sections towards the end, it's gonna bump that score up, and it worked for 1 million. Perfect 10, it worked for Brotherhood. Perfect 10 in that stamina criteria. They also tied in technical execution and authenticity. This was coming down to an execution in styles, and you got to see the popping. You got to see so much incredible foundational movements from 1 million, and of course, Brotherhood. And that's the thing, Brotherhood is pulling out these styles on styles on styles. We saw that Jersey Club. We've seen a lot of Jersey Club, huh? Some GRV Jersey Club, some Brotherhood Jersey Club as well. And, you know, I think that what we have in Brotherhood is the dangerous man himself, Hamuza Bazira. I mean, Hamuza is pulling out these foundations and executing at such a high level. He is a championship freestyler, winning battles around the world, and he comes back to Brotherhood. He was actually a member of Brotherhood Varsity, originally their younger team, and he returned back after years to do IDL. And look at the incredible foundations and execution that he's just bringing to the team. It is so fun. I think that we've also seen some incredible stardom from Dayton Paradis. I think he's becoming a new favorite of Brotherhood. If you don't already know, the sharpness, the suave, the performance. Dayton is making some incredible moves right now. I can't wait to see what else he does in the IDL. But you know, everyone, Brotherhood takes that win. An incredibly high 93.19, GRV second place 90.77, 1 million 89.37. Did you know that in round 2 it was treated like round 1? GRV technically won 2 of the judges' votes above Brotherhood. Yes, Brotherhood won 4 of the judges, GRV won 2 of them. That is actually something that's really special. It's not enough, but it is a really big shift that is happening in the back end. So everyone, please give an enormous hand for Brotherhood for taking another win. GRV for a second place. And 1 million for a powerful third place as well. And you know what, y'all? Sydney, this was so much fun. Thank you so much, Australia. And you know what? This is not the end, because for everyone watching the live stream, I hope you tune in to the future, which is Seoul. In 6 weeks, the teams get a little bit more time right now than they did for previous series.
That's good.
We'll see you in Seoul in 6 weeks, August 1st. Buy your tickets or tune into the live stream. And everyone, we'll see you at the next IDL.
Okay.
I'm Clayton Tanaka.
Okay, so I think it's good that we have 6 weeks versus the 3. I think it's good for the teams, especially because it's the first season for everybody, first full season. So it really gives people time to rest and calibrate, recalibrate creatively, physically, things of the like. It gives me time away as well, because I think this has been building, and I think it finally came to a head emotionally for me on camera. So my apologies, but I'm not going to apologize for the emotion, probably just the timing of it. But Yeah, I'm very intrigued on y'all's thoughts. I'll most likely do the breakdowns as soon as the wide cams get released, probably in the next couple of days. But yeah, hearing y'all's discussions, make sure that you not only give grace to the teams, but give grace to yourself in how you're approaching and receiving a league like this, both the highs and the lows of it. Because I have to remind that for myself too. This isn't the same as other, it's not the same as D League, and I never said it was. It's not going to be, and I think that's okay. And both can be great in their own ways. And how I calibrate to this panel, not panel, but the criteria, deductions, things of the like, and the curiosity that comes with that, as well as how I choose to watch. I know in this case, could it be because it's really early in the morning? I tried to sleep and it just didn't work. So I'm sitting and watching. Could it be a mix of that, but also with a lot of these emotions that have existed for a couple days now? The more information you learn about just the struggles that these teams are having to experience, and then you have that with public opinion, the positives and the negatives. I think it's good that all of us are able to take a break for a couple weeks longer, so we can all go into Seoul with a different headspace and in a productive way, personally. But yeah, you guys know me, I know you. I'm Jess. I will see you guys in the comments. I will see you in all the social media spaces, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.